Good afternoon. Thanks for your time. Earlier reports indicated that there have been 2 fatalities. Can you confirm the number of fatalities and injuries, and what kind of injuries are these?
Okay, so Samani, I'm currently in front of the accident center here at the Tema General Hospital. And regarding the question of 2 fatalities, we just heard of 1. We know that 2 were brought here in a critical condition, and this was confirmed by the director here at Tema General Hospital, Dr. Richard Anthony, in an interview earlier with TV3. It is just 1 who has lost his life some few minutes ago, and he is the cleaner at the Tema Ashaman toll booth in the person of one Isaac Kojo Kumsin. He actually sustained what the doctors said, a life-threatening injury. He had both legs actually chopped off, and then his right arm also chopped off. So for him, the doctors had already given an indication there was a 50-50 chance of life, or a 50-50 chance of survival. And the family came here with the hope that at least he will be able to make it. Calls were placed earlier to them to seek clarification for them to go ahead and amputate these 3 limbs of Isaac Kumsin, and that permission was granted. But as you can see, the family have gathered here and they are just discussing the death of Isaac Kumsin that was just shared with them by the doctors who were working on him earlier. And his son, who was here this morning, told me that he was actually at work when he had the call that his dad was involved in an accident, and he rushed to this place. He saw his dad was unconscious, and he saw his legs, he saw his arm, and he was only hoping that his father could survive. So for now, we know that the 2 people who are critically injured, 1 has just passed away. We cannot confirm who the second person is. We haven't heard any news about the driver who was using that truck at the moment. Some suspicions that he might be the second person who is in critical condition here at the Tema General Hospital. But yes, 7 were brought. 5 are stable now. We've been able to see the stable ones. Some had cuts on their hands. Some, they had pains. One lady actually had to do an x-ray just to examine her head and her chest. She doesn't have any physical injury. There's a pregnant woman who was brought here. We haven't seen her, but we spoke with her husband, who says that she's doing well. She's quite stable. Doctors are just hoping that mother and child will be safe.
Okay.
And he, the husband who was driving the vehicle, just sustained some cuts on his fingers. We saw his shirt stained with blood, but he's doing well. And we also saw the Greater Accra Regional Chairperson for Persons with Disability here. He also sustained some injury. He was actually at the toll booth at the time, serving a saloon car owner, and all he could hear was a big boom and some money. He said that he could only pray for his life. Many of them are so traumatized, they do not wish to speak to the media now, and which we kind of understand, but these are some of the information that we've gathered on the ground so far.
Okay, Della, what is the traffic situation like currently at the toll booth area, and what have authorities been saying about repair works and when the road is going to be open?
Okay, so before I came, it was just one particular toll booth. That is the toll booth number 2. If you're quite familiar with the Tema toll booth, we are having about 6 of them operating at the same time. So it was toll booth number 2 that was completely shut down or brought down by the truck. The others, when we were there earlier, were fully operating. They had gone back to work. The attendants were serving other vehicles. There was some kind of traffic, which you could understand, because commuters had to slow down and trying to figure out what was going on. Some had heard the news, so they're just confirming for themselves by slowing down and also waiting to be served. So that was the kind of traffic situation there. When we also arrived, the truck that was involved in the accident had been taken away by the police, but we could see parts of the vehicle on the floor, indicating that this is where the crash actually took place. We saw blood stains on the floor. We saw fluid that obviously came from the truck. And the way the toll booth number 2 is completely brought down, Samani, you could tell that the driver was really speeding. And these are some of the things that eyewitnesses have shared with us, coupled with him dozing. The police actually said that they were going to carry some investigations. The MTTD was there earlier, and we had a brief conversation with him. But you can see behind me that the family is not really, enthused with the news that they have been received. So that is what I can say regarding the traffic situation,
All right.
Samani.
Many thanks for your time there Michelle, reporter, bringing us all the latest with regards to the toll booth accidents.